Welcome all traders to their daily look ahead. This is where we take a look at gold, the dollar, and the mini NASDAQ to find out what types of trades we can take the following day. But before we dive into the charts, make sure to like and subscribe so that more people can enjoy this content. Let's start with mini NASDAQ first. We see here that we're in the channel. We're pulling back. We look for a pullback, possibly down to this level coming up here. Let's go ahead and put the crosshairs on it. Maybe somewhere in the neighborhood of 22,209. And then we're looking for a reversal to come up and come back up to about 22,313. Probably pull back there once again and then push through and eventually up to 22,349 and finishing off at 22,401. Now, I'm not sure if we hit those numbers coming up here the next day or if we do that in 2 days. We'll have to wait and see. What would negate that from happening is if we broke this channel line right here and went below it, then we would see something like this. We would then do a push down, a pullback retest, and a continuation down, maybe as far as down in here at 21,898. So this is what you really need to look for. You need to look for this break right along here. So this resistant line right along here, you need to look for that break. Once we break that, then we'll go to these higher levels. If we stay here, we could go into a wedge as well. So you need to keep your eyes on that. We could go wedge like this and then break out. So those are the three things that you need to be prepared for. A break of this channel would push us down lower. A hold at this level going up and breaking this downward channel resistant line would push us up higher, or we could stay here, hold, and then push out. Those are the three scenarios that you're going to be looking for. It's very easy because if we stay within these two support resistance zones, we'll wedge and break out. If we break this resistance zone, we'll pull back and continue up. And if we break this lower support zone, we'll break, retest, and go down further. Next, I want to give you the gold outlook. So here we are, we're in a range right now. Gold is still poised to go up and we'll eventually hit up to this 3,000 plus mark. But what we're looking for here at this level is if we hold within this channel. So far we have on the hour chart an engulfing candle, and we're looking for this pullback to come up to about right here. And if it fails, it should start to go down. Now, first target on this, if it does head to the downside, would be 2907. Or somewhere in that neighborhood, and then we could see a bounce there and break this channel after that, or we could go all the way back down to the bottom of this channel, which would be somewhere in the neighborhood of 2879, and then push up, or we could just push back up, break out, and continue our upward move. Now, what would negate an upward move here is if we broke this bottom channel and headed lower. So we went out here on the 4-hour chart, you would see that we could break this and come back down to a substantial level. We could see something like this would be our first hit and then maybe pull back, maybe lower if it did that right down to here, and then a continuation up. If this did decide to push back further and then launch like that, that's probably the way you'd probably see it. But zeroing in on here on the 1 hour right now, what we're looking for at this point is we're looking for this to pull back like such and then continue down probably into about this zone right here. That's the zone between 29.15 and about 29.08. So that's the outlook on gold. And then last would be dollar. Now, dollar is in a very interesting look here, having a very interesting look. So we have this channel and it was trading in it. It broke out of it. Now it's coming back. It's retesting it. Okay. So we're in some sort of a retest here. Now the question is, do we hold the retest? Okay. Do we hold it or do we break back into it? So here's the scenario. We could do this. Let's go ahead and grab our, well, I don't say, oh, okay, let's go down here and grab it. We'll grab our path. Okay. So this is what could happen. We're moving down like this. It holds, and now we go for maybe here or higher up to here, okay? If this holds down here. If it fails, we could be looking at a further move to the downside. So maybe something like this, and then like this. And that's the two ways we look at this. So when we come down here on the smaller time frame, the hour time frame, we see the channel that we're trading in. Now we're at the bottom of that channel and we are lifting off of it. Let's blow it up here. And we're trading in a smaller channel here. This is about a 15-minute to 5-minute channel here. What we need to watch out for is if we break, here's the levels we really want to look for if we break those. That would be this level right here. I'll do that in yellow so you can see it better. And this level right here. This one right here is a very big level. And so we need to be watching that carefully. So here's the scenarios we're going to look for in the dollar. So if dollar does come back down and holds here again, we're going to look at that as a double bottom and then a lift off like so. That's one scenario. The next scenario is we come up, we roll over, we break, we retest, we hold the retest, we move further down. That would be the area we would look to take our trade right there on the retest, okay? And those are the two things we're looking at right now for dollar. Or the third, dollar could just lift off here, continue up, pull back, and break through, and continue up to this level right up there. So those are the three ways we are looking at dollar. So these are what you need to look for as you're trading the break of these channels, these support levels and so forth. Make sure they hold, reverse, take a trade on a reversal setup, and you can do very well on these. So hope this helps. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.